Hello, welcome to Trust the Profits. We are here to talk about the Breeders' Cup Classic. We're going to give you a quick rundown of our top five. I'm the Formula, joined as always by El Hombre. How's it going, El Hombre?
It's going well. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Can't wait for the Breeders' Cup. It's been a while, right? We can't wait for this race to happen. The Breeders' Cup Classic. This is the big one. This is the Super Bowl here.
Yep, we're gonna outline the top five players in this event. I guess the first question I have for you is
Yeah.
outside of our top five, who we will be outlining in depth. Do you see anybody beyond the top five that could actually pull off a win here? And again, we'll outline those 1 through 5 in a bit here. So, do you have any thoughts
Yeah,
on that?
I think the one on the outside of the top five right now that could squeak its way in or possibly win is the Mott horse, Art Collector. The last three races have been near perfection for this horse. Looked really good, headed up to the 2020 Triple Crown. Had a bit of a letdown around Preakness time. Next race didn't look so good, but then it rebounded. Art Collector rebounded after that, winning a bunch of mile and eighth races. That's the big knock on him from my perspective, is that there's a bunch of other horses in here that have done that at a mile and a quarter, which is what we're going to see at the BC Classic. But who knows? Maybe this horse is stretched out and ready to run. We just haven't seen it yet at that distance. Art Collector's probably the one on the outside of the top five that could break this up.
Okay. Anybody outside? Anybody outside of that? Because that's six, and I tend to agree with you a bit there. Anybody else besides Art Collector?
That's my 6-1 right there.
My only slight disagreement is that my lock of the century.
El Hombre's Lock of the Century.
So for my lock of the century in the 21 Breeders' Cup Classic is that one of these next top five that we're going to talk about today is the winner.
But speaking of lock of the century, did I tell you about the time that my electric razor locked up on me while I was trimming my nether regions?
Whoa. No, you have not, thank God.
Well, let me tell you, it wasn't pretty, all right? It was a cheap plastic electric razor blade, and it wound up getting stuck in my public hairs, and it was not letting go.
That's great. Thank you.
And it was a work day too. So I had to go into work for a performance review with that thing stuck in places that probably shouldn't have been stuck in.
Did you tell everybody at work about this too? Because this is really great.
Oh, yeah, obviously. So I've tried all sorts of things to remedy the situation. I tried one of these, right? Ouch. I've tried this. Oh, yeah, the trimmers, the scissors, double ouch. I don't even know what this is, but I tried that. It did nothing. The only thing that has worked for me so far has been this. This is the Lawnmower 4.0 from Manscaped. It cuts the grass, it trims the hedges, it even mines the flower box. This thing was made for cleaning up a dirty job, and it is a slick, agile trimmer, and it helps reduce the risk of nicks as well as any other sort of grooming accidents, which I'm sure you've had, El Hombre.
Yeah, no, not that I'm going to talk about publicly. Thanks for everything, though. That was a great rundown of everything that we did not want to know about you. Thank you.
Oh, but there's one more thing. I got to show you my package.
Oh, good.
Ready for it?
Getting us
Oh,
kicked
there it
off of
is.
YouTube. Oh, thank God.
Yeah. So there you go. You got my package included the Lawnmower 4.0. It's got some crop reviver in it. It's got some crop preserver in it. I mean, this is really your starter kit for a Manscaped lifestyle.
Get 20% off and free shipping with the code PROFITS at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. And use the code PROFITS. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. And make sure you pick up some refreshing Manscaped ball toner spray, because you want your girl to go down, not down for the count.
Now, that right there was a lot better for us to be surprised by than seeing what I thought you were going to do with the statement, I'm going to show you my package, which would have got us kicked off of everything. But
I'm not sure what you were thinking was going to happen.
And please feel free to not share any of your personal experiences with us. Thank you. So who do you see as our number five? We have these listed. We have other videos out that are outlining these, but let's break it down a little further. Who's our number five?
Yeah, the horse I do like at number 5 is Max Player. The Santana is the jockey for Max Player. Asmussen's the trainer. Love this horse in its last 2 races. It's winning at the right distance at the Jockey Gold Club and Suburban Stakes. The question is, can he beat that next level of horses, right? I don't think he's beaten any horse that we would say is comparable to any of the other horses in the top 5. beating up on a couple contenders along the way, but have not seen him really take down the likes of the horses we're going to be naming sooner.
Yep, and I agree. I have him at 5. Also, the thing that works against him here is he's a stalker. He stalks the pace, much like somebody who's higher on our list that I don't think he has enough to beat. I don't think Max Player is going to win. I think he can hit the board. Who do we have at number 4?
Number 4, we got the Bob Baffert horse, the much maligned Medina Spirit, right? This is your Kentucky Derby winner. Velasquez, the jockey. So Medina Spirit, after a bit of a layoff, as you can imagine, came back, won its last 2 races.
Dominantly as well. He's looked awesome, but
Exactly.
against lesser talent again.
And everybody is left to wonder, what are you going to get in this race? I think it was the Preakness that Medina Spirit ran in after, or
Yes.
maybe I'm mistaken on that.
No, he
Scratch that.
was, and he got buried.
And he got buried. That's what it was. Thank you for jogging my memory on that. So what are you going to see?
Was it Rombauer that just owned that race?
Rombauer, yeah. Rombauer skipped the Derby and then came in and blew away the Preakness. Yeah, the big question is Medina Spirit more than the horse that got drugged up for the Kentucky Derby and won?
Yeah, and I think he's proven that he is. I think he belongs in the top 5. I think he can win this race. Again, the problem is, and this is gonna be a broken record. The top 4, especially, and you can throw Max Player in if you want, are all either need the front, they need to be on the lead immediately, they need to break out of the gate right to the front, or they need to break out of the gate and stalk 2 to 3 lengths back, like Essential Quality likes to do.
Yeah.
I think, and we'll get into this in a minute here, but Medina Spirit also likes to be in the front, probably needs the front.
Yeah. Showed that at the Derby, right?
And if he gets the front, I think he can win. I don't think anybody would be shocked if he wins the race. I don't think personally that he will, but I would not be shocked if he did. I mean, drugs or not.
I would be a little shocked. I'll throw that out there. If Medina Spirit wins, I think I'm going to feel the same way I did when he won the Derby. Like, wow, really, Medina Spirit?
Since he won the Derby, I won't be as shocked. But yes, I mean, I don't expect it. I'm not going to bet him. He'll be in my trifecta exacta bets, but he's not going to be in my. I will not be betting him to win. May or may not add him in my horizontals, depending on the size of the ticket. But anyway, that leads us into our top 3. And again, all of these top 5 are all front running pace setters or stalkers. And number 3, we have Hot Rod Charlie, who's been in the top 5 since the beginning of time, as most of these horses have.
Yeah.
Hot Rod Charlie, what do you think about him?
Yeah, great horse. Struggled to get a clean win in 2021 since the Louisiana Derby happened back, I think, in March. But always seems to be close, even when he doesn't win. And there was obviously the contested win that occurred earlier this year. So really, that could have been the second win post Louisiana Derby, along with the Penn Derby win. That was an impressive one for Hot Rod Charlie. So I mean, this is just a really consistently good horse. And then we just got to wonder, right? Will he get his shot against this higher echelon of horses? I wouldn't say similar to Max Player, because he has run with the likes of Essential Quality. He's run with Medina Spirit before, and shown that he is that class of horse.
All right, agreed. I think he's another one that I think these next 3 all have a chance to win as well. Number 2, Knicks Go.
Knicks Go.
Half of the Brad Cox tandem of monsters. How do you see Knicks Go?
Knicks Go is just extremely frustrating for me. And some people just absolutely love this horse. And I see it, right? I mean, when you watch him win, like, he just wins outright, and it's extremely impressive to watch, right? A pure speed horse. But I'm still trying to figure out what happened at the Hillendale Metropolitan Mile in June of 2021, where he came in 4th to the likes of, I think it was Silver State or Happy Saver, one of those horses.
Yeah.
And just ended up getting passed on a mile that he was actually in front for. And this is a horse that loves to get in front and just put distance out there, right?
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to figure out what happened there. It followed it up with 3 spectacular wins.
Yes.
So I get it. He keeps piling them on. And I'll accept the Saudi Cup. I mean, that's a difficult race to win. I mean, we're talking Charlatan, we're talking Mischief, right? So
and a huge field and a different racing, a different
right.
The European and foreign racing is a different animal altogether. You see that a lot of times when they come to the US, and otherwise known great horses do not perform here. Some do, but a lot don't. Like that. I think that's
Yeah.
a common theme in the Breeders' Cup, which makes it really cool when you see the Euros and some of the Japanese and horses from all around the world come and try to beat the U.S. horses. It works out
Right.
sometimes, others it doesn't. Let's press it to get to number one, who everybody knows Essential Quality has been on our radar since Breeders' Cup last year when he was a 2-year-old champion. Been my favorite to win everything ever since.
Yeah.
He has one false step in the Kentucky Derby, which, again, I mean,
Can be explained.
yep. Medina Spirit, Hot Rod Charlie, everybody was involved in that race. They all ran about as peak as they could. Nick's
And
Go
Essential
wasn't
Quality
in
had
that
further
field,
to
but
go than all of them, right? I mean, he
Essential
was
Quality got a
starting
bad post draw and then
bad post draw.
ran 4 to 6 lanes deep, ran an extra, I can't remember the numbers, like 60 yards or something crazy.
Yeah.
And still almost got there. He was closing at the end, but Medina Spirit held strong. Again,
Yeah.
that's a look at this field that is, I think is 5 deep, and these are the 5 players involved. I really honestly don't think Max Player can win this, but I think those top 4 all can. How do you feel on Essential Quality? I think we already know, but
I mean, this is the horse. I mean, whenever you watch this horse race, he wins in the trenches, right? I mean, there's so many times we've watched him race. You saw him live beating Highly Motivated with just a
Yeah.
nose, and he never loses those races by a nose, right? And he's only lost one race.
he's
Let's
all
put
heart,
that out
baby.
there.
The
If it's
way
by
he
a
wins
nose,
is why I've been such a big fan of him. He's just fun to watch.
yeah, it reminds me
He
of
stalks, and he seems to always be in the right spot, with the exception of the Derby.
yeah,
And he's put away some monster contenders like Hot Rod Charlie. He's put him away more than once, if I remember right. Actually, in the Derby.
Yeah.
But yeah, these horses have been bumping heads since the Breeders' Cup last year in the juvenile class.
yeah,
Essential Quality and Hot Rod Charlie were 1-2 in that race. They could be 1-2 in this race, depending on Nick's Go's start to me. Nick's Go, if he breaks out of the gate and goes right to the front by himself, I think he's going to win.
yeah.
If he doesn't, I think it's anybody's race between Essential Quality, Hot Rod Charlie, and Medina Spirit. I think the only way Essential Quality doesn't win this is if Nick's Go gets a start, gets out on his own, and just walks away. But I just don't think Essential Quality is going to let him get out too far. I think that's
I think it's Essential Quality's race to win. I'm curious to see how he and Nick's Go and Hot Rod Charlie and Medina Spirit, those 4, how they interact. And I do like the outside play here with Max Player. Like if these horses just like completely tire each other out in the first mile, and he can like whip up from behind, stalking the whole way, right? I could see Max Player pulling off a potential upset here, but I really think that this is Essential Quality's race.
I do too. Unless again Nick's Go checks out, but I think the biggest threat is, and Vinny and I talked about it the other day.
Yeah.
Medina Spirit and Nick's Go, I think, are both going to press to the lead so hard.
Yeah.
And if they get out there and one of them doesn't clearly get the front,
Yeah.
they're going to kill each other trying.
And that's what I'm thinking too,
and
right?
Essential Quality, if he gets his normal 2 lengths off the stock pace, and Hot Rod Charlie's going to be in that mix too. It's going to be interesting. And Max Player will probably be sitting with Essential Quality a couple lanes back, and it could.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the pace breakdown, if the pace does break down, it favors Essential Quality. I don't think he'll be beat. But Max Player, I guess, if 2 or 3 things happen a certain way, he's next in line to pull an upset. But I just don't see it.
And that's one reason I like Essential Quality over Nick's Go is I've never seen Essential Quality not have something to close with, right? I've never seen him like
even in his
lose-
loss, he just
right.
needed.
Even the Derby when he came in 4th, and he did lose to Hot Rod Charlie in that, by the way. I think Hot Rod Charlie was 2nd or 3rd. But
Hot Rod Charlie had a great post position draw there,
and he had a great post position, exactly. But I think in that race he started to close.
Yeah,
even at the end, even when he just had trash in front of him, right? He started to close. I mean, this is a horse that always has something
a really
at the end.
a really contested trip in that one. So
yeah.
Anyway, we should probably wrap it up there. We've gone too long as usual. Thanks everybody for watching. Stay tuned. We'll have some more videos coming up for Breeders' Cup as we all fire up for the biggest event of the year. Peace out.
Make sure you're subscribed to Trust the Profits and follow along as we march towards Del Mar for the 2021 Breeders' Cup.